of a relationship. Australia
All right,
is
that's the
having
big news coming in fact, this hour. Confirmation of that now on your screens. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has stated that President Donald Trump will be leaving from the G7 summit at Canada tonight itself in view of the current situation in the Middle East. This comes amidst rising tensions between Iran and Israel, with Trump himself calling for Iran to come to the negotiating table as it is not winning the war. This comes as the US has also offered to meet with Iranian officials, and European leaders stand ready to engage in nuclear talks if a ceasefire between Iran and Israel is reached. Trump informed fellow G7 leaders about ongoing discussions aimed at securing peace between Israel and Iran. However, he refrained from joining fellow G7 leaders in a joint statement calling for de-escalation. Ambassador Goel, big news coming out of Kananaskis in Canada. Donald Trump departing early from the summit. The US will not be a signatory on this G7 declaration. Your first comment to this big news break, what it means for the Iran-Israel conflict and what it means for that joint statement at the G7.
Huge shock. I mean, in the morning when I heard the news that he's leaving G7 early, I mean, what difference would a day really make to him? Frankly speaking, and I do not really see him acting a great deal on what is happening between Israel and Iran, except statements coming of asking them to make a deal, like he asked India and Pakistan to make a deal. So if Iran and Israel were able to make a deal all by themselves, why would they be doing what they're doing today? So huge shock. First of all, leaving the venue of the G7, and he's right neighbor to Canada, and now not even joining the G7 statement. Now, I have not read the G7 statement, therefore I really cannot say immediately as to what the problem could have been, but I don't recall any instance in the past, as far as my memory goes, that G7 has not issued a statement where all the 7 countries have not agreed. This would be the first time that the USA, which is the main driver of G7, would be actually withdrawing from its signatures to the statement. So it's a huge shock. I really don't know what to make of it. Clearly, the differences are huge, or maybe Trump thinks that it is an issue. Iran and Israel is an issue on which USA must act alone without taking G7 into confidence. And I can make a substantive comment only after I've seen the G7 statement.
Okay, let me in fact quickly